setting an alarm for 8:54. 8:53 or 8:54.
It's good to set an alarm just ahead of the game.
Because at precisely 8:54, I will be able to do another vote in my game to get more fodder cards.
Yeah.
Hey, I respect the grind.
Playing this silly little card game in Discord called Any Game, and it's all about collecting cards from different anime. And twice a day, well, yeah, kind of.
What?
And twice a day, every 12 hours, basically, you get to do a vote, which completely fills up your stamina so that you can battle more. And you can power up the cards by collecting more of the same kind of cards and rolling them into each other. Jim hasn't cleared the pool yet, guys.
Actually,
did.
I have.
Okay, so roll Destiny then.
You can roll Destiny.
There's a little thing that said GM cleared Destiny pool. You might have to sing.
Sweet, we're actually getting some, light side points.
Yeah, you might have to click the sync button to make it show, but. So what's this? There's another monolith found in Romania.
Hold it, what?
Kelly's not up to date about the mysterious monolith.
Yeah, apparently another monolith identical to the one recently found in Utah appeared on a hillside in Romania.
Well, that should make it a whole lot easier to track down.
Pretty good distance.
Yeah, how many people traveled from Nevada to Romania?
Right. Interesting.
Have to find out where the 2001 monolith is gone.
Right?
It does, sweetie. It looks like a steel 2001 monolith that just appeared in Utah. And then mysteriously disappeared once people found it.
Oh,
wait,
so then they just moved it to Romania?
Yeah, basically, like, the day that it was found and they said it's not supposed to be there, that night it disappeared.
Oh, I hadn't seen anything about it disappearing.
Yep.
It's a mystery.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's something, all right. Clearly, just like crop circles, they were placed there by aliens.
Oh,
I'm not going to say ancient aliens, but ancient aliens.
Would they be ancient then if it's happening right now?
They identify as ancient, so yes.
Yeah. That's funny. They identify.
That's how I'm going to start it.
The truth is out there.
Hi, yes. My name is Gunter, and I am an ancient alien.
I knew it.
That explains so much. No.
Right? All right, stupid thing. Why are you telling me there's something in chat, but you're not showing it to me?
Because it wants you to scroll down, because it's a jerk.
No, it wasn't even bringing up the chat. All right, now, there we go. Good. Now go away. Fucking thing.
That's even more of a jerk.
It got better. Name that movie.
Monty Python Holy Grail.
Oh, you're beautiful.
You're not fooling anyone. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
She turned me into a newt.
I got better.
How do you know she's a witch?
Well.
Poor Kelly is dying.
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look at that.
Look at that. It's totally
Did it?
not Uma's obligation that came up.
For once.
Thank goodness.
Exactly.
Okay, so JC's in, just muted. Okay. Well,
This is not my obligation. It's a false one.
yeah.
I still haven't had anything important to say, so there.
Well, we want to make sure
I
you're
can-
with us. That's all. I
Yeah.
mean, just because I might be eating a cheeseburger and clicking mute every 5 seconds doesn't mean I don't want to know you're
What?
there.
Oh, that sounds
Jeez.
good right now.
Yeah. I had fish from Trident Grill.
Ooh.
Ordered cheese raviolis and meatballs from Rosati's.
I love cheese ravioli.
Yeah, who's that sneaking around over on the side over there?
As I put something on the map and y'all get quiet nervous.
Yeah, I saw that. You weren't sneaking that in.
I like that.
My perception is
Yep.
good. Even if it was covered by stuff, I'm like, whoa, wait, whoa. People sneaking around the bar.
Okay,
That's
so
the-
ready?
Yeah,
That's the Sith lady.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, it does appear that this place is Sith infested.
Nah, that's
Well, is it really an infestation or just a tumor?
Good point.
It's all in the perspective. Okay, so where last we left off, you guys were making some wheeling and dealing to get your hand-me-down spaceship sold off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And, gee, let's scroll up and see who rolled that despair. Look at that big, beautiful despair.
Shut up.
As you guys do get the beautiful payout that, you're just seeing the dollar signs already.
Yeah.
What was the payout anyways? I don't even remember.
65K
Billion.
plus drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here. 65K credits with free drinks and accommodations while we're here.
Okay.
I could have swore it was billions.
I wish.
And because of that despair, our ship's going to be impounded for the next 6 months at $100 a day, compounded daily.
Something.
Okay, so you guys, you're having your little powwow over here.
Yeah.
So while Uma's taking care of business, what are the rest of you guys doing? I believe Janag was looking around.
Yeah, I'm just kind of chilling, waiting for some hacky stuff or slicey stuff. Oh,
Okay.
that's what I want to do. Is there a data port right there that I could try and link into the bad guy?
There is a data port on the table that you can plug into to update information. It looks super sketchy.
Oh, it's always super sketchy.
Yeah,
You
'cause
can
they
see
have-
where the anti-tamper housing has just been removed.
Mm-hmm.
and you're thinking like every third person that sits at this table does something super sketchy with that port.
The
Well,
port has
it's like
diseases.
the potential of getting an STD. It's not guaranteed. It's just a potential.
And they don't. The
There's always
establishment
that
doesn't have a hacker or nothing sitting there.
0.01 chance that you could not catch something.
Yeah, it's not like you'll roll a despair.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm like there by Uma, covering her back, keeping an eye out for anything sketchy from anywhere else.
And what about Alina?
So yeah, I'm basically over by this table here in the corner near Uma and Zarek, and kind of just observing the crowd, make sure that no one's watching us too closely. And, definitely noticing that someone new just appeared.
Well, do me a favor, Zarek and Alina. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
Since you
Yes,
guys are
somebody else.
scoping out the room and looking around, Janog's really
So-
tempted to put his port in the hole.
He's like,
Mhm.
do I? No. Do
This
I?
feels
Well,
so wrong.
maybe. No.
What are we doing? Port in the hole. Just tickling the rim. Just
Any
tickling the
port
rim.
no.
Any port in a
All right.
storm.
You have it set
I,
up, yeah? Okay.
I pulled a Kelly there.
Oh.
So
Forgot to ask
Zarek
if
is
anybody-
more busy with listening to the business deal, hoping he doesn't get screwed over in some fashion. Or more importantly, he's figuring out, okay, where's the screw us over it going to be coming from?
Exactly.
But
Something didn't seem right in this whole deal.
Alina, conveniently, sitting there relaxing, notices that the entire time y'all have been sitting here and a few people have walked in the door and a few people have walked out. Over in the corner here is this Deveronian that's sitting alone at a table. She's got, empty plate. She obviously came here and ate some food. But ever since you guys walked in, has been staring at you intently.
At Alina or the whole group?
It looks like mostly the whole group.
And for that that one advantage, I'd love to recover a strain.
Yeah, you just want to mine for that, one of my advantages. And I'll give whoever with the extra that goes next to blue.
As if you
So
would
now
have
you-
gotten 3 advantage, that would have been really great.
Yeah, well.
So I'll
So if you want to stick it in, Janog, you get a blue.
Oh. So
It's
just
kind
a
of
real
like
quick
protection.
question. How much is buying the 4th dice? Is that 20 points?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're trained, or if it's a career, yeah.
If it's a career skill. If not, it's 25.
These things are getting expensive.
Yeah.
You mean to be a god with your skill?
Yeah.
It's almost like it takes time and experience to make it happen.
I know, it's very disheartening. I want that instant gratification.
Yeah, I need
Alright.
to pick up that other specialization. I don't remember what it is anymore, but the one that'll get me to increase my force power.
Force rank +1.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one is
that's
very
nice.
important because it gives you more white dice to play with.
Yep.
I think it was Hunter.
Oh, you mean for the next career tree?
Yeah.
Does your tree not have a +1 dice?
No, but
Yeah.
His tree is the one that's got the lightsaber combat.
Right.
but now I can unlock another tree, and there was one specific one that is linked that that has the point in it that I could start working towards.
Yeah.
I just don't remember which one it is.
So Alina is completely, adamantly sure that this Deveronian female is giving you guys the stink eye. Particularly
Yep.
every time you make eye contact with her, she is looking right at you, unblinkingly.
Well, if he's staring at her, or if she's staring at her, and then, that's one of those things. Just because you're always looking at her doesn't mean that she's actually staring.
I'm gonna mention to Zarek, since he's standing right next to me. So there's a Deveronian that's been staring us down pretty fiercely against the back wall over there.
And this is different from the Devilronian bodyguard, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'd go over there and talk to her, but we all know how when I open my mouth to strangers, it just goes badly.
And her gaze upon you is so unsettling because there's just like something you want to place in the back of your head and you can't. It's so unsettling that you take 2 strain, by the way.
Lordy, 2
Wow.
strain?
Just because she keeps eyeballing you and it's itching in the back of your head.
That's a severe case of the heebie-jeebies.
Okay. All right, 2 strain it is.
I mean, if it's wigging out the Jedi, bad
You want me to
news.
hack her? I can try and hack her.
I feel like I know her from somewhere.
You just might.
Do you feel a tug on your modified saber now? Like,
God bless you.
Bless you.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
What did we do to my saber?
modified it from the original saber?
Oh, well, yeah. We,
He's implying that this might be its original owner, but it's not.
Right.
It might be. I don't know.
She wouldn't even recognize it anymore. We split it in half, for Christ's sake.
True.
You used it for
Yeah.
parts. Okay, so basically he tells Uma it's a deal, spits in his hand, shakes your hand.
Yeah, man.
Because, of course, this is how deals are made in the backwater planets.
Yeah.
And he's
Ew.
like, how long will it take you to clean out your ship?
Done.
Not done.
Didn't we clean it up? We cleaned it up before we
Yeah.
Did
came
we?
I
here.
thought we did, yeah.
Did we move everything we wanted over? Yeah, we did. We did, didn't we?
Yeah, because Zarek just nonchalantly, without asking anybody, just went over and gave the dude like a bunch of brandy, even though he already screwed us.
I gave him a bottle.
Like brandy first, then screwing. Not screwing, then brandy.
What is this, the champagne room?
I don't get the reference.
Strip club.
Oh, okay. Is that like the VIP lounge?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
and you don't let them buy drinks without you actually buying the drinks because they'll just like, most expensive drink in the bar.
Ah, okay.
So I've been told. Okay, so what do you guys do? Is he's just like, hey, do you want to play some cards since you have some credits to spend?
Yeah, we got some other business, but I
It's a
kind of
little
lean
button on
in.
a table and a deck of Savant cards pop right up.
I kind of lean in. It's like, yeah, we got other business. I kind of nod back over. I'm like, friend of yours? And kind of nod over my shoulder at the Deveronian.
What does he say to that?
Oh, you're asking him about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nonchalantly.
Okay, I thought you were asking Uma. Okay,
No,
he
no,
looks
no.
over at the Deveronian and just kind of does this like half smile, half glance, toast with his drink, and he's like, I have no clue, but I don't trust her because she's been here almost 3 weeks and she's not taken a single drink I've sent to her table.
Well, that's just rude.
Right?
I'd like to sense motive on the Deveronian. Oh, wait. Wrong system.
So he kind of like leans into Uma and Zarek and he's like, in fact, I've heard people she's walked out after at the bar or go out for food after drinks have disappeared. Of course, they're not in my employ, so it's none of
Yay.
my business.
Thanks for the heads up.
I mean, if you find out more information, you want to let me in on the secret, I'll be more than willing to give you another free drink. And he kind of smiles at that one. You're already getting
He already
free drinks.
promises free drinks.
Yeah.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Yeah.
So Uma, no leaving Zarek's side, lest lightning strikes twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really in the mood to get kidnapped again so soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey,
That
we
was so
scored a
much
ship
fun.
out of it last time. Let's try it again and see what we get.
Yeah, right. And got rid of your handler.
And
So
I was gonna say, and I got rid of that, jerk, But interesting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was just noticing the roll you made.
boy, perceptions are good today.
Right.
So much perceiving.
I would like to use one of their force powers. I am not remembering which one. So yeah, so let's go ahead and sense basic power.
Yeah, because you sensed the last Jedi chick or Sith chick, so maybe.
Yeah, a little late, but yeah.
Just about the time that she sensed you, you sensed her. It's almost like in the movies when you see Luke look up and Vader look up and they're like, I sense a disturbance in the Force.
Right.
We had a trading of Force blows, so to speak.
All right.
General occasion.
So you need to roll however many force dice you got, see what you got to work with.
We've got a whopping 1.
I was gonna say he hasn't gotten any extra.
Yeah, well,
Because it
Wasn't
could
gonna
be
assume.
that maybe you rolled dark side and you don't want to use those.
yeah.
Right?
God, they're still babbling.
As
Good
the
Lord.
case may be.
So I clicked that one up there, and I think I did this right. Let me go ahead and. Ooh,
Would you
Yeah, you're
like
definitely
to
off
use
your,
those two dark
game
sides?
there.
Yeah.
just what I'm not doing.
It's because you're nervous. You're really really nervous, and you just don't know why your leg is almost shaking.
Yep. Guess what I am not doing. I am not sensing anything.
You
We will
sure?
not be using the dark side today.
No?
No.
Okay,
All
so
right, well,
while you're
I guess-
changing your mind, what is your current surface thoughts, by the way?
Oh, shit.
Why is this bitch mad dogging me?
That's pretty much it. Why is that Deveronian eyeballing me and my friends? What does she want?
I was just curious. I just want to see things from your mindset. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Gee. I wonder. Yeah. So they passed a 10 o'clock curfew. All right.
Oh, they did this. The city council did pass it.
They finally finished, I guess. Yeah. Looks like 10 o'clock, though. The vice mayor was counter to the mayor's wants. And he was very much a 10 o'clock, not a 9 or not an 8 or a 9.
Mm-hmm. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?
Right?
I remember those.
Hookers and blow.
So, anywho.
Okay, so you guys kind of turn around. You see that she's definitively giving Alina the stink eye, but she's not. She's almost expressionless, which is kind of weird. She's staring intently, but she's not making any facial expression. It's either really serene or really creepy, depending on how you want to perceive it.
Obviously, Alina thinks it's creepy since she lost 2 straight.
Yeah.
Right.
And totally only felt the dark side right now.
Right.
Do we want to take it somewhere else, or
I think we probably
deal
should.
it here?
Yeah.
Number one, we don't want to start up a fight in this here bar, especially since we were told not to start any trouble. Number two, we don't really know what her motives are just yet. So let's just go about our business and see what happens.
All right. Yeah, let's go back and see what we can find for the get for the ship.
So what I suggest is
Repairs
that
started.
Zarek and Uma go to the bar where Uma she courts some prince. Meanwhile, Janan slice the network somewhere, and I'm going to go to the library by myself.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't think the Guido dude's here, so.
This
Damn
Guido
it.
dude would be a
This-
totally different Guido dude.
Yeah, I think this time probably not going to be a good situation when you meet
Right.
the person there.
Not gonna,
I highly doubt that this backwater is going to have a decent library for that Greedo to be interested in.
all I'm saying is that for the next few days, I am not walking at the back end of the group. Put me somewhere.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's head back to the ship. So we'll
Yeah,
see when I
extra.
Unless the
Vigilant.
captain, our smooth talker, wants to maybe go talk with her and see what she can find out.
Yeah.
I mean,
There you go, trying to get Uma hooked up again.
Right?
Right.
Well, if you sleep with her, maybe whatever problem she has with me will go away.
no. But does she have any she's just sitting there. She's not drinking, she's not eating.
She has a glass of something that's probably water or clear spirits, and it looks like she's eaten a decent amount of food on her plate. You know, just from the cleaned off plate, it looks like she's eaten, but just kind of like stayed at the table.
But she doesn't have any, she's not working on any data pads or anything, right?
Nope. She doesn't seem to be wearing heavy armor.
So-
She seems to have thick clothing, kind
So
of
full of
billowy.
food.
And she does have a blaster clearly on a low slung holster on her thigh.
Mm,
I mean, she's cute except for the glowering.
yeah, no.
She's got her horn shaved
if-
down really low.
If you like the Deveronian thing, I guess.
How about we head back to the hangar? That one guy said he can direct us to somebody who can do modifications.
Well, parts, yeah.
We can, yeah. So maybe we can see what's available.
Yeah, yeah. that
But
sounds-
let's be extra vigilant on this. I mean, first of all, it is
Well,
a
no, yeah.
Backwaterburg.
We're
It's a
going
smuggler's port.
Going reckless.
Oh, did you stick it in the port?
Well, no, I was gonna say as we walk over towards the table with Janong, I like grab his hand from the port and like let's go.
To port or not to port?
that is the question.
Well, they're just nobler in the mind except for the slings and arrows of viruses.
Okay, so you guys are all leaving as a group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so as you guys are heading out, you're cutting back through the bazaar to head back to the spaceport.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Before we get too far, I want to launch one of my drones and have it look for her clothing, her face, her height, her build, whatever, anything that might possibly come out. I want it that fits her to track it.
Are you doing it nonchalantly or
Well, I'm doing it once we
overtly?
get outside.
Yeah. So,
you're
it'll go up
pulling
and
out
fly
your
up.
little drone and whispering to it and then sending it off into the sky.
Yeah.
Probably not totally out of the ordinary for Star Wars universe.
Mm,
Okay, does your drone give you any bonuses to perception or anything? I'll definitely give you a blue die at least.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's all it would be.
Okay. So Janog's got his head in his data pad, so to speak, as you guys are walking back to the ship.
yep.
We'll put him at the back.
Anybody else paranoidly looking back over their shoulder?
I'm covering the back
I
and
think
watching.
we're all kind of scanning. We're actively.
If they're all watching behind us, I'm keeping my eyes to the front.
Well, I mean, front, back, front, side,
Side,
you know.
Yeah, watching for any other than just her. They may
Avenues
have
of
accomplices.
approach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first, Janong, go ahead and give me a perception there, and then the other two paranoid ones looking over their shoulder.
Okay.
Oh. I like it. Don't roll yet. I like that. Go for it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good.
Okay, and then
Shall I?
Zarek and Uma.
Alrighty. Perception. Click. Yep. I'm still like paying attention to Uma and
You're too busy making sure she has a circle of protection around her.
Yeah. I've lost her once. I'm not doing that shit again.
It's
See, you're not bothering to look anywhere else. You're bothering to look where I am in case I get snatched again. Is that it?
Pretty much.
okay. So, Janong, anything special you want to use those to advantage for, or you want me to throw something at you?
Go ahead and feel free to throw.
Okay, as you're looking at your data pad and you're kind of like flipping back, you definitely notice, by the way, Uma and Janong, that she's following you from a safe distance.
Zaha.
And she still has focus on your group, and she's basically stops, then skitters towards you, then stops. So it doesn't seem like she's getting ready to like shoot you, but she's following you guys from a safe distance. It has almost an uncanny ability to zero in on your location. Even if she's out of sight, all of a sudden she'll like turn a corner and be looking at you guys.
Imagine that.
Did she track her, one of you fucks?
And for the
Dude,
she's got like a forced radar lock on.
Well, I was gonna say, look
Can
up.
you check for that?
For Janong, you kind of recall as you're looking at her, and she's not looking at your drone. She's looking past the drone to where you guys are. You realize she kind of you had this like memory flashback because that's what we go for, and you realize that you walked by her earlier when you guys were coming to this place because you're like meandering, just being chill, and she was buying some like fruit. It looked like. And immediately, you just kind of, now that you're picturing her face from different serious angles, you realize that she spotted your group earlier and must have, followed you into the bar.
Dun dun dun.
She's been looking for us.
I'll like softly relay that information. Well, I guess I don't have to be softly, but I'll relay that. I'll be like, you know what? I remember that one time.
And I'll even give you for the two advantage that she's looking more to Lena than anyone else in your group.
Okay.
Ooh, I knew I didn't like the way she was eyeballing me.
She like you. You pretty.
Yeah, she has plans for you of some kind.
Look, I don't know. She could be a Jedi for all I know. I'm not going to think the worst just yet. She's kind of creepy. I mean, she's a Deveronian, but she could be a good guy.
Could be. So
what I'm hearing is we're going to attack her before we try and talk to her.
To get a third
absolutely.
Lightsaber.
Well, that's why I'm thinking that if she happens to approach us when we're wheeling and dealing with this merchant we're going to visit, then maybe Uma and I can do some talking with her. See what happens.
Well, we know she's following us. We could just stop and say, "Is there something we can help you with?"
if she
I just don't know if we
let
want
us
to
get that close.
Crowded bazaar. I'm figuring the merchant might be a little bit less busy. Since it seems to be a back.
Of course, if we start shit at the merchant, he might take the offense to that and not cut us a good deal. But say if we're in an area that's less occupied.
Well,
Yeah, so let's go down
the
the back.
merchant that we need to talk to is at the hangar, anyways, right?
Well, that's the cousin of the guy that we're going to be talking to. So we have to get directions from his cousin who's at the hangar to where the merchant is.
Well, we go back to the hangar, and I'd have to see what the hangar looked like again, but and see if she follows us into the hangar or not.
It's warm and fuzzy because it has a fucking attack drone that will tear
There
her
is
to
that.
shit.
Yeah. And we are headed back there anyways. So why don't we find a nice spot close by?
Works for me.
Okay, so you're looking for something a little more closed in, little more residential, so that way it's better for an ambush and she can't just run away.
Well, not an ambush so much as that we can step out and say, is there something we can help you with?
No, but she knows where at least Alina is.
Mm-hmm.
So the only way that's going to happen is if, let's see, let me zoom out here.
I just kind of threw you on the map. You could, if you're looking to plot an ambush, you can move wherever you'd like.
Well, where is she? Is she where you have her?
She's down south of us.
She'll be just within eye shot of Alina, of wherever Alina goes, because that's the person she's kind of fixating on.
Oh, we can do the anti-tailing thing and make 4 right turns or 4 left turns and confuse them.
I would think that we head down this way because it's narrower. There's some walls if one of you wants to post up with your gun and get some cover. But, that way, when we turn around and confront her, there's less open area to play around.
I say we just say hi. We just wing it and just say hi.
Just
she's like
turn around and wave.
Yeah, but I'm saying that when we came into this area, we probably would have come down this way first, depending on which direction we came from. Just because it looks like this area is a little bit more narrowly defined. Jim said we could move ourselves where we wanted to, and that's what I'm proposing.
Yeah. Well, my one thought was that at some point, wherever it is, I kind of drop back and tuck off to the side where she could potentially walk by, and then as she passes me, then you can turn around and confront, and hopefully maybe she's only sensing you, and I can pop out from behind. That way she then is kind of stuck, can't potentially run.
Look at you guys, totally going for trick points.
So that's my thought.
All right, so we want to do it in the big area over here? All right, that's where we'll do it.
Well, wherever at, just I need wherever I can find a spot to kind of tuck off from you guys and try to find a little hidey spot. Then hopefully she's not sensing me. And then once she passes,
right, you sprint around the backside of this building.
Yeah, whichever. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your plan?
Uma, you're the silver tongue.
Do you want me to wave her down? Or do we want to just turn this way until she steps around the corner and go, hey?
So Uma says, hey.
So is that what Uma's going to do?
I'm going to ask her, is there something that we can help you with? Because you seem intent on following us.
Okay, so you're waiting till she comes around this building right about there to say that? So you're kind of shouting it kind of loud.
No, we'll wait till she gets a little bit closer. Give
Well, I was
Zarek
gonna say
time
we
around the
could go
building.
here as she
That's what-
comes up. That's what. Yeah, and then she gets
Yeah, we
about
just kind of step
here.
around. So when she gets a little closer, we just step out and
Okay, so is Zarek being sneaky when he's running around the building?
Well, yeah.
He's a
Casual.
ninja.
I don't know about that, but
He's a ganky ninja.
I mean, stealth isn't my forte, but yeah.
But you're attempting to move with silence, which is the important thing.
Yes. Yes.
So I think we're
are you going to
wait
want me to
till she
roll?
gets to about right there.
Yep, if you could go ahead and give me a stealth roll to see if she hears you coming.
Okay.
And you're upgrading it. Look at all these beautiful dark side points sitting in my bucket.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
All
Yep,
right, let me
Tim's
know when
just
you're
gonna
ready.
dump all those dark side points.
Go for it.
It's worst for me.
Wow.
You know what
Shit.
it is? It's just your gear on your belt is jingling. You know, you're in full battle rattle there. You know, you're rattling a lot.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, and you guys are waiting till she gets to about right there.
Yeah, a little bit further up.
Yeah.
About right there or so. That area. Just past the water fountain.
Even further from the gank.
Right.
Okay, and she kind of glances over her shoulder like she hears some commotion over here, which she does. And Uma's gonna step around this corner here and do
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
whole-
say, excuse me, is there something that we can help you with?
And she just kind of glares right past Uma and points her finger at Alina and says, I have to have a conversation with you.
Well, she's part of my crew, so
Talk, bitch. Say that.
so
All right.
I'd kind of like to know what this matter is regarding.
Now, quick question, Janag, where's your probe that's been following her?
Well, I mean, it's got a huge range, so it could be, I don't know, like 20 clicks away from me, and probably I think at 30. We'll go 30 feet. We'll just make it a good number.
it
Okay.
covers huge tracts of land.
Okay, so she kind of looks at the little buzzing probe zipping by.
Don't you break my droid!
It's
And Alina,
a remote. It's not a droid.
what is the name you were known as a Padawan?
Ooh.
Was it Alina?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think she changed her name.
Okay, so
Jedi
she
aren't big on
looks
changing their name.
at
That's a Sith.
you with dead stare at you, and she calls you by your full name. You know, in that way that sends tingles up your spine that only
Like
teachers
like
and
mom
mothers
does.
use.
We're in trouble.
It's
Yeah.
your Jedi mom.
Yeah.
And
Do you have an
she just
library book
looks
outstanding?
at you and says, "This needs to be discussed in private." And she kind of brushes back her coat, and clearly you see a lightsaber jingling on her belt. But the problem is with her grim expression, you're totally not sure if this is a samurai call out or if this is an actual conversation.
I want to see a samurai call out. I'll cheer for you.
Yeah. He has an outstanding balance on the holocron he checked out of the library.
Is the name that she calls her out by the name that she goes by on her her
Library card?
for the crew?
On her what?
I mean, like I have some pseudonyms.
She's basically asking, is it your common name that you use with the crew?
Is Morningstar your real name, or is
Yeah.
that the? And is that what you go by on the ship?
Nope, that's my real name.
So you use you don't use any other name.
Nope.
It's
Okay.
a Jedi.
Our
Why would
Jedi
we
is
be going on
guileless.
aliases? Yeah.
Yep.
She's
All right.
like, the best way to not
So
get caught in a lie is don't lie.
Yep. So, I mean, you could meet her here in the street and talk privately right in front of us.
Privately right in front of us.
Well, I mean,
We'll
they can
totally
talk
turn our
privately. We
backs,
would
but
hear it.
perk up our ears.
do you have a way for us to contact you? We will set up a meeting place and let you know a time and place to meet us. I will talk with you privately there.
And she kind of glances back and sees Zarek kind of creeping around the corner in a creepy, creepy way. And she looks back at you of, we need to speak now, not after you've gotten on your ship and flown away.
You know what? There's four of us. There's one of her. She's probably going to murder us all. Let's just do this conversation right now.
Right. Go up
As
there and
Janog's saying
where
that
you can
behind a
talk
building.
privately.
I've got a
Yeah.
building between me and her. Let's fight.
All right. I will
Have
walk
my
back.
I'm
drone,
gonna
like,
actually ask.
buzzer.
I'm gonna ask now. Is this a conversation that could involve injury, or is this a conversation that is just words?
And she just kind of wrinkles her nose at you. And it's conversation not meant for the likes of you.
All right. So I at this point I'm already walking.
Fighting words. Ring the bell.
Okay? And she basically lets you walk like right up to her face if you want.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
got
not.
this-
I'm not.
Cold, unflinching discipline going on here.
I won't walk like right up to her so that we're nose to nose or like baseball player belly to belly. But yeah, I'm stopping just within
Nope.
within normal like quiet talking voice distance so that and I will just say, is this private enough?
No breast bumps.
It's gone totally territorial. At
Guys,
that
they'll just do the secret handshake.
Yeah.
point. And she kind of just, her eyes go down to slits, and she's just like,
We slowly start circling around each other, snapping our fingers.
When you're a jet.
It's a dance off.
and she kind of like looks over your shoulder at Uma, and then back over her shoulder at Zarek. And she just gives you this dry voice that obviously she didn't finish her drink at the table when she just says, "You have been gone too long."
Gone from where?
And she just, you see her blink with just like a hint of exacerbation from your family.
What's your obligation backstory?
What's that?
What is your obligation backstory?
As we see a flashback starting to happen.
Yeah.
Why did you look at my character sheet and notice that it was immensely blank?
No. That's what he rolled. He rolled your obligation.
Yeah, I know. This is totally my obligation. Absolutely. So I was exiled, and that's exactly what I'm going to say. Well, I was exiled, which is why I haven't seen my family.
There's flashback waviness of, poor Alina walking away exiled.
Yeah. So the short of it was that a brother, or well, not a brother, a cousin was jealous of her Jedi power, so basically did something to disgrace her within the family's image, and so she was exiled. Somewhere on Corellia.
As her voice just kind of breaks your daydream flashback, it's time for you to come back to the Order. Things have changed with the eruption of the Sith everywhere.
All right, let's go.
It's-
Is that your response?
No, that is not my
Okay.
response.
I'm gonna say, wow, that was a short time with the group, but hey.
Right? Exactly. It's been nice knowing you all. Take care. I'll be rolling a new character, guys.
And she just
Nobody
gives that little.
moving
So
for
family
weapons or
exile.
nothing.
As you're silent there and pondering the aspects of that, she just says, "It's time for you to get away from this rabble."
Okay, I resemble that remark.
You can't even. Well, I don't know if she
I
might
know,
have said
I'm
that
just
loud enough.
teasing.
An uppity Jedi. Wow.
One, I happen to like this rabble. Two, I was on orders from the Jedi Council to work with this so-called rabble. Three, I was exiled. Why should I believe that my family wants me back?
4, I'm a Jedi, and we don't have families anymore.
Damn straight.
Oh.
Well, she's throwing the family out there as a total metaphor for talking in the middle of a street. I mean, after all, she doesn't want to out you if she doesn't have to. Maybe these people don't know you're a Jedi.
Just cut her in half, bro.
Right?
Cut her in half. Be like, you're not my mom.
And of course, now that you're close to her and you've had that flashback, you realize she was another one of the Padawans that she was a few years older. Basically senior when you were a junior type of thing. And immediately, now that you're this close to her, you can almost see her with the longer hair with the Padawan braid and the horns sticking out that haven't been shaved down. And you immediately start to
She was that
recognize
bitch
her.
that always thought she was better than everybody else.
Nothing worse than a high and mighty Jedi.
Right?
Yeah, there is a high and mighty Sith.
We call that the Dooku factor. And she just kind
It's
of
very grievous.
looks at you and she's just like, "Will you return with me?"
No. If the Jedi Council has orders for me, then they can contact me directly. But I was released from their service, and I don't know that I want to come back.
And she just kind of gives you this glare. And she's trying to give nothing away. She's got a great poker face. Almost like she's got some suppress going on.
Can I try making another not sense motive, whatever the hell it's called?
Yeah, using
Sense.
your force dice to see if you want to use your sensing power or not.
Yeah.
Go for it. What's the darkest thing that can come up?
If
I
it's
try to
dark, I
jinx
don't
the
have to
dice.
do it, right? Right? Oh, shit. Let's see. There we go. All right, there we go. Hey, look at that.
See, I told you it'll be fine.
Okay, so yeah, you've got the force dice if you want to use them.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and I don't want enhance. I want
Sense.
yep. All right, so we've got sense thoughts. Yeah, so I can use light side to go to the right page first of all.
You can use both to go to the right page. The dark side is not easier. It's just quicker.
Page
Right.
3 of 4.
You'd have been on the right page already if you used dark side.
I was on that page earlier.
Easier it is.
All right, so let's see. Effects spending since current thoughts of one living target with whom he is engaged. Yes, perfect. So exactly that. I can spend one light side to sense the current thoughts of who I'm engaged with.
As you immediately like open yourself up to the force and you hear the dun 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 dun, dun. You sense that even though she is stone cold bitch face right now, that actually inside she is happy to see you, and she wants to bring you back to the fold. Is what you're sensing in her thoughts. That these are dark and dangerous times, and lost Jedi are basically Sith in waiting. She wants to protect you.
Aww.
And then
Oh, invite her on the trip.
you kind of notice she looks shifty back to back, and then all of a sudden, her training thought was Sith, and then she realizes Sith could be watching right now.
Could be.
So perhaps we could go to our ship and continue this discussion in a more private place.
And she takes like a deep breath. Lead on.
All right. Allow me to talk to my captain for a moment first.
As you turn around and go, hold on a second, let me have a private conference with her.
Yeah.
I don't get to use my vibro wax. Damn it.
So I'm going to give that secret Uma hand signal that we'd previously developed, because we talked about having the signal for this is going bad. There's also got to be one for this is going good. I'm going to give her that secret this is going good signal. Captain, let's escort my friend back to our ship so we can discuss this further.
Hey, I trust you, so all right, I agree. Let's do it.
All right. So I will wave everybody over.
Good thing I didn't hear the rabble comment.
Oh, she didn't seem to be too shy.
So we'll give Zarek the wave over that everything's good, and we'll start heading to the ship.
Okay, and you notice that she is
Give her a nice wide
ridiculously
berth.
paranoid.
What's that?
You notice that she is ridiculously paranoid.
Oh.
Who can blame her? I've just been kidnapped. I'm totally fine with paranoia.
And Annalena pissed off a Sith, so
yeah, I already pissed off a Sith, so
almost.
There's plenty of Sith around here. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go fill up my drink because I am parched.
See, you're parched as the Jedi that was trying to talk to you.
Man. Didn't get to use the fiber wax.
Do we all want to take a quick 5 to get our drinks refilled?
Sure.
Alright, time to go smoke it if you got it, so to speak.
We cluster back up as a group and we start making our way back to the ship.
Everybody's taking a quick break.
You inspired us to all take a break.
Mm-hmm. I'm inspiring like that. What can I say?
Well, that's what Jedi do, right?
Sure, exactly. Hey, Jim, are you there?
No, he stepped away.
Okay, I was going to say, can I spend that other light side point on recovering the strain I lost? I'll be right back. I'm going to step away again for a quick minute.
Yeah? No, I have water and diet soda. But thank you.
Okay. Actually, I know what I'm going to do with that other light side point.
And what would that be?
I can use my sense basic power, depending on how this street if it's a busy enough street that there's people walking by us while we're having this conversation. I don't know that it'll really benefit me, but I can spend the other point to sense all living things within short range, including sentient and non-sentient beings, to see if there's anyone that may be hiding out, keeping a close eye on us.
Like somebody else other than the Jedi.
Yep.
That's a good point.
But short range for me probably doesn't go very far, and it was from when I was talking with her over here, which might actually be good.
Yeah, doesn't hurt.
Because short range from there would at least cover anyone that's listening in on our immediate conversation.
Well, the reader thoughts was a second, because it takes one to activate the base skill and then one more to do the additional, which was reader thoughts, right?
Was that how that works?
Yes, it's a tiered.
Oh.
Yeah, so first you have to activate the base ability, then with additional pips, you then activate additional features down the list.
So essentially, I wouldn't be able to increase the range unless I up my force dice.
No, the base power is short,
changes.
right?
What's that?
Naturally.
Well, the base range is short, isn't it?
Yeah. So, but like, if you look at the tree, it's sense-based power, then control, which is just what I just used, and then after control, you have range and magnitude increases.
Right, which would allow you to use the base sensibility and spend a point to sense further out.
Oh, okay. So it's from
for
that
sentience.
part of it. So it's basically 1 point for the base, 1 point for the control, and the control will be at whatever range I currently have available to me.
Exactly.
Correct. So if you had 3 pips, it would be you could sense that out to medium and read the surface thoughts with 3. If it says it takes a pip to go that extra range.
Yeah. Okay. And
so each of those pips are added or required. Some things that, like on the left-hand side of sense, you have to actually commit the dice with the light side point to maintain the ability on the left-hand side, which allows you defenses and stuff.
Yeah, and so that's basically what I was saying is because I only have one force die right now, I would never be able to go out to medium range because it would cost me the base would cost 1 pip, the control would cost 1 pip, and if I wanted to increase the range to medium, it would cost me an additional pip.
Mm-hmm.
Best I could ever do would be 2.
Right. Right, but the sense thoughts is a different ability to actually read the surface thoughts is different than the medium range, though, right? I don't have the chart up, but
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah,
It's
the range
basically
increases cost light side or dark side too.
right. But I mean, you could sense people out to medium by spending 2 pips, or you spend 2 pips and you can read the surface thoughts of a person.
Well, the 2 pips is for engaged, and then you have to spend additional pips to go out from there.
Yeah.
corn fuzzles. All right.
Yeah. Let me look at it. It's been a while, but
Yeah,
yeah.
for control it's spend 1, and for range it's spend 1.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like to use your sense powers across the galaxy, long range, it would basically be 6 pips.
Is that all?
6. Wouldn't it be 5?
Well, you want to go out to extreme distance instead of just long distance.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. So it's beyond even what's on shown on the chart there.
What the hell?
Yeah. So Jim, what I was basically getting at is because I only have one force die right now, I wouldn't be able to use medium range because I have to spend 1 pip on the basic power and then one pip on control. Right.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to go to medium, I'd need a third pip.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, thankfully
Because
you got up to engage distance with her.
Yep. So does that mean I could have also done the base power? User may spend 1 light side and sense all living things within short range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while I was talking to her, was I able to sense anyone outside of the people I could obviously see, or even like I know Janong's back around that corner? What I'm looking for is anyone within short range that's listening in on our conversation that I wouldn't otherwise be aware of.
You don't seem to sense anybody else other than like the random passerby.
Right. All right. Okay, so then yes, have that conversation with Uma, and then let's all head back to the ship.
cool.
For greater privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you basically say, "Hey, come onto the ship," and she's like, "Okay," but she's definitely keeping distance between your crew and her. She's making sure to be like a very politeful 3 steps behind you guys.
So I will walk with her 3 steps behind us guys, unless she doesn't want me to. But that way, if she wants to talk further, we can talk further while we're walking.
She will gladly walk in step with you. You notice as soon as you pull back, she kind of like pulls back a little more to make you have to slow down to catch up with her. And then she basically asks, she gives you small talk, wanting to know how have you been doing since you left the temple.
I've been good. I went to that their planet that we were last on, or not the pleasure planet, the one before. And I was sent there on a little mission and encountered a Sith, and that's how I scored my second lightsaber here. Kind of discreetly show it off to her, and yeah, returned it back to the light side. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to dispatch her, but did bruise her up pretty good.
And she just kind of gives you this very subtle, funny you should mention Sith. My mission has me on this planet to track Sith incursion into Hutt space. And then I happened upon you. Long pause, waiting for her, waiting for you to fill in the details.
Yeah, so I'll tell her, the story of how we ended up on that planet, helping to beat down the resistance that was rising, how the Sith was leading it and had the general dude as her puppet. We helped to wrestle control back from the resistance, and then how from there we went to the pleasure planet, and while these rabble basically goofed off and our captain ended up getting kidnapped by um, this one dude. We rescued her, and then we came here to have our ship worked on.
She kind of gives you the big eyebrow when you mention the pleasure planet.
Yeah, I spent most of my time in the library doing research.
And have you been keeping up in your meditations?
As much as one can.
And then she
After having
basically
anxiety.
name drops your master's name, as your master has had taught you.
And how is my former master?
The last I heard, she was injured in a conflict with the Sith.
Ooh, not gravely, I hope.
I only heard she was injured, but not one of the casualties of the encounter.
Well, that's good. That sounds like it was a rather large scale effort then.
I think she would be proud of what you've been doing if you as well have been keeping the Sith at bay in the general goodness of the galaxy.
That is my aim, even though I am no longer part of the order.
And what would it take to bring you back to the fold?
I don't know that I could truly come back to the fold. I could perhaps be an agent for the fold. However, there is some bad blood there, and I have a new path to walk.
You can almost feel the sadness and disappointment in her thoughts.
Oh yeah, I hear the whole orchestra. The low sad music.
The sound when Anakin abandons Ahsoka.
No, I'm thinking more New Hope, but
If I could ask a favor from you and your allies,
See that, guys? I've gotten you from rabble to allies.
Right.
long pause, allies.
To ask costs nothing.
I've been sent here to observe the Sith that are manipulating this planet. Thankfully, I think it's early enough that their incursions haven't affected things. As you no doubt didn't sense any dark manipulations at the heart of the city. And you can almost taste the disdain on her tongue when she calls the smugglers port basically a city. Have you sensed any wielders of the dark side?
Not since I've been here, but I have heard of Sith to the south.
I have heard that as well, and unfortunately that's the next location I have to head into.
Do you need backup?
Would you be willing to follow me and leave your allies behind?
What if my allies were willing to come along?
Could they be trusted with such information? And to protect themselves?
I believe they can.
As she almost gives you this look that reads the whole, they're not force users, they're gonna die.
And I give her this look of, don't underestimate the way the Force works. My homies had my back when I faced that Sith bitch, and because of it, we were able to fuck that bitch up. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here talking to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she kind of like bows her head, in silent agreement with you, and we will speak more once you've spoken with your allies.
Are we doing this as we're walking right now, or are we back at the ship at this point? Because it seems
This-
like we're now getting into a lot of information that we shouldn't be talking about publicly.
This was as you were walking, which is why she decides to be silent and let you talk to your friends before you're committing more than you can in your current state.
Very true, very true. All right, so in that case, I will walk back up to Uma. So, Captain.
So, Alina.
So, those Sith we heard about to the south?
That were alluded to the possibility of. Yes, I do recall that.
So, how would you feel about maybe checking that out a little more?
It sounds
Well-
awesome.
I don't see the profit, but we fly as one. If you want to go, we go.
Let's get back to the ship and hear what. Do I have a name at this point? By the way,
Her name is Aja.
let's get back to the ship and see what Aja has to say more specifically about it.
I'd like to try my hand at another Sith.
You just want to break your hands. Let's be honest.
Hey, almost took out that last one.
Yeah, you're not a hand grenade, and it wasn't horseshoes.
Okay, so she lets you get back to the ship, and she kind of like steps into your ship, but steps to the side, and you can obviously just sense she's judging you guys by the appearance of your ship.
Hey, this is a really nice ship.
Yeah, it's a brand new
brand new.
ship. She doesn't need to know that we owned the other one before.
It's got its own battle droid. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but it is pretty shitty looking.
Do you want to fight the battle droid?
It was well used.
Well,
It
no,
was
the paint
owned
job.
by Manx, just
The
because
graffiti
it smells
on
like
it.
Axe body spray
Yeah, yeah.
still.
Ugh.
Oh god.
That would be reason enough to kill him.
But
It's called
yeah,
Manx
so you got
body
this
spray.
nice new ship
Shit
with
is vile.
You got this nice new ship with this graffitied looking battle droid with like
Well, I'm
propaganda.
sorry I
With the
haven't
bead
been
on it.
able to clean it off because it was in the other ship.
So,
And when you guys
So-
get there, you realize the ship's been, topped off and, everything. Because
okay.
you were promised it would be taken care of.
Yeah.
So first,
I-
let's check the ship and make sure that there are no bugs anywhere.
Hmm.
Is someone wanting to do that?
John, that would actually.
I
be
think that's standard
Sure.
protocol.
Go
I
ahead
can
and
do
give
the
me a
roll.
computer roll.
Not that the R3 would appreciate.
Damn you, bastard.
Huh.
Wow.
Okay, so you kind of use the communication suite to do a once over in the system, and as soon as you do, you get this horrible feedback sound for 3 of those things.
Oh, lovely.
That kind of like blasts across town, and slowly the squelch drops down. But you know for sure your ship is bug free, as the last thing the communication system tells you and confirms as it burns out and just like transistors start popping and exploding.
Damn it. Fucking new things.
All right. Well, the good news is we can talk freely. Aja, my friend, it has been a while. So tell us more about this incursion into the south.
And she kind of reaches into her utility belt and whips out a little hollow data pad, and she waves her hand over, and immediately, topographical map pops up, and it shows this part of the world. And she kind of swings to the southern hemisphere, where she shows that it looks like a crashed ship, not something from the Sith Empire, but a crashed ship, and then sort of a military camp was built around it.
Are we talking like an Imperial crash ship?
It does look like Sith Imperial. It doesn't. The profile does not match any of the Sith Empire command ships. That beautiful gunmetal gray carrier type. It looks more like a civilian transport, a very very large one.
All right. So were they smuggling bodies? What are we looking at here?
And she kind of waves her hand, and it kind of comes into focus in a couple places. And as she basically tells you guys, she's been able to get very little intelligence other than what she's heard from people that she's spoken with. That a few months ago, Sith hijacked a ship and it crashed here.
How
while
many
attempting
Sith are
to
we
flee
talking?
from sector security. Obviously, the Hutts will do nothing to interfere on our behalf, which is why I've been sent to get more intelligence.
So a recon mission. Do we have any idea how many Sith there were?
According to what we've been told from traders who have tried to go down there and attempt to sell their wares, from the ones that managed to return, a little hint of
that's
finality there, there seems to be a few hundred, but only a handful of true Sith. At least that's what people have seen.
And your mission is just to go scout and nothing further?
My mission is to scout and protect the populace of this planet if possible.
He's gonna murder everybody.
And if they have a few dozen Sith, how do they expect you to do that alone?
We trust in the Force. And she kind of gives you this look like, don't you still believe in the Force?
Sure, and I also believe that the Force says, don't be stupid.
Unfortunately, with the war as it is, the Jedi Temple can only commit so much force to any one location. If I can get actionable intel and provide that back to the Temple, we may be able to get a few more of the Masters to join us.
We got this.
But as I said, we are clearly in Hutt space, so any incursion needs to be supported by the Sith started it, not the Jedi Council meddling in Hutt affairs.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Where's this set?
The southern hemisphere.
We scanned it on the way in.
Yep, that's the location that you guys got the comm chatter from.
Yeah. So what's the thought here? Like, they can
I have
land?
A thought. No. We remote the other ship, even though it's technically not ours, and we just fly it straight into the front door, battering ram.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no.
And then spray paint on it, property of Jahan. Please start civil war.
Yes. We love it.
All right, that's an idea.
Yeah.
Not a good
Yeah.
but it is an
Put
idea.
that one in the idea box.
However,
Put a pin
Sounds
in.
more like the gank idea than supposedly a smart lizard idea, but hey.
However, if you guys are in for going down there and taking a look, then let's do it. Aja, my proposal is that we go down, we do some some scouting. We figure out exactly what their numbers look like. We contact the Jedi, or you contact the Jedi Council, and we'll determine how to proceed from there. We'll limit our engagements and figure out what the Sith presence here on Dandaran actually looks like.
And she gives you that nice serene nod of approval. Kind of gives
Yeah.
the lizard a weird look when he wants to probe the ship in there.
So what's your intent on getting down there, or
Exactly what my next question was. Do you have
Her question
transportation?
is, would she be allowed to go with you on this ship, or should she take her fighter with?
wow?
And as soon as she says that,
Well,
you're immediately picturing in your mind Jedi and the Jedi Temple fighters, very distinct, very obviously what they are.
yeah, I mean, that's basically a calling card. Um,
Yeah.
if we're gonna do this, we should probably um take a less Jedi vehicle and probably not fly directly up on them and you know.
Oh, exactly. I was going to say we land a few clicks away. That way, we look like if to them like we're just smugglers parking out here in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I was hoping to get something done with this ship while we were doing stuff, but
We already sold the other one, so we can't use it as.
well, no, I know, but I don't know how
Yeah.
long. I take it'd take a while by land, so
Right now, Azra is checking to make sure that you guys are all straight up on this. And
so I guess upgrades and repairs or upgrades are delayed again. Okay.
Well, if somebody would have got on time yesterday and last time.
I didn't prevent you from talking to people and doing repairs.
No, you did. You know it's your fault.
So, is there one thing that you'd like to do to the ship while you're flying across, the planet? Depending on the modification, it could be done in flight.
Yeah, I don't think any of the ones that we planned on doing are really fly capable, but I would like to take this time and what we're gonna do? We were gonna add
There was several potential
that
options between the two.
spray. No, to his armor. There's nothing we can do to the ship.
I don't think most of it was like pretty heavy duty or
Yeah, exactly. That's
And
what
you
I'm
could
saying.
always try talking her out of, hey, just give us like a day or two.
Yeah, because the smuggler compartments wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Does
smuggler.
somebody want to
critical
talk
at
her
this point.
into giving you guys an extra two days to prepare?
I don't see a problem with that.
Doesn't hurt to
I
ask.
mean,
right?
how long has she been on this planet, anyways?
From the
2
way
to
she was
3 weeks
talking,
now?
it sounds like a few weeks. Plus, what you were told about, hey, she just showed up.
Yeah, so
Somebody want to try a charm or negotiation?
Sure.
I'll do it.
Or coerce her.
I'll tell you.
I
what
don't
to
think coerce would be
good one to use
but
against her?
I'll do a charm.
do I get bunches of bonus dice if I?
Oh shit! Come on, let us upgrade the ship. Just got
Well, you
her.
guys can upgrade
Wow.
the ship, but as you're trying to schmooze her up and say, "Hey, puppy, hey,
Puppy.
let us take like 2 days to prepare for this to do it right." She basically doesn't appreciate the fact that you're trying to manipulate her without the force.
I'm not manipulating. I'm just charming. Come on.
See, you sound
This
just
is
like,
my job. You
and,
You know,
wouldn't
and
begrudge a person their job. I don't begrudge you your job. Hell, I support your
Captain.
job.
Captain, shush! You're only making it worse.
I'm like, all right.
it's
So
because she has that emotionless, resting face that you just you keep talking when you should be quiet, and you keep quiet when you should be
And
talking.
under my breath, I go, Jedi, so judgy.
right.
You just
So
know
so
she's
here's the
judging
Aja,
you for
you'll
every bad
Aja,
choice
you'll
you've
have
made.
to forgive her. I'm always having to get her out of these tight situations with anyone of authority.
You almost think she's reading your mind with her Jedi magic and knowing about your murdering your boss.
Freeing myself from slavery? Sure, go ahead.
But she pretty
I mean,
much.
he only kidnapped me and, smacked me around. But hey,
Captain. Shh.
So, what
Hey,
modification are you guys
so
going for?
so here's a thought, and I think could be done while we're flying. If we put this, we should be able to implement a complete slave circuit while flying. Yeah,
Yeah, you could totally put that in the ship.
because that's internal,
Yeah.
which would allow her to um, allow the ship or vehicle to be activated or deactivated remotely and to be piloted using her skills remotely in case we need to call the ship in.
Sort of like the Mando
Yep.
does. We see him start the engines with his wrist comm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually had a car that I could do that. I could
Yeah.
click my thing and it would start it.
Yeah, but this more than starts it. You could actually pilot it with all
Yeah.
the upgrades, pilot it and use the weapons.
Nothing's
With the
cooler than
owner's
hiding
skills.
behind a rock and calling in fire in your own position.
So
Right.
that
Just
one
roll
might be
well.
really handy and useful in general and in this situation to be able to go park a ways and then go, oh shit, and call the ship in to get the fuck out.
Yeah, and the R3 could be co-pilot in that instance.
Unless he
So the
decides
que-
to betray you.
So the question would be
No,
parts.
I treat him well.
So the question would be parts on that.
Conveniently,
need.
they'll give you enough parts to do that modification as an advance on your payment while they're still negotiating someone to buy your ship.
Okay.
Conveniently at the starport, they're like, yeah, we got a couple extra one of those laying around. Sure,
Okay.
who doesn't have a slave circuit hanging around?
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
Okay, so does that mean you guys are waiting to do it on the ground, or are you going to try to do it in flight?
Is it on? You
That's
think you
totally-
can
I
handle this
mean-
in flight?
It'll increase the difficulty, right?
Yep.
Well, it'll just require your captain to make a piloting roll, and if she succeeds, then it's just a straight normal mechanics roll.
Yeah.
Sure.
That way you're not interrupting her flight controls while she's whoopsie. Sorry.
Or you're getting ready to trim one wire, and just then she has, little shake of the ship that you clipped the wrong wire by mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys can opt to say, "Hey, chick, give us the time we need," or you sense that if you say that, she might head off without you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alina,
we'll just do
it's
it
your call.
Yeah, I don't want her heading off ahead of us because that could only lead to trouble.
Okay,
And it's
then
a
we do
rescue
it.
mission. It's fine.
I trust you guys.
Right, I don't-
skills. Yeah.
I don't want to turn this scouting mission into a rescue mission.
You're keeping
Way
it
too-
strictly escort quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've already done one rescue mission. Let's not do another one just yet.
Okay, so you guys basically think, yeah, we can do the repairs, the modifications in flight. So as you guys, and you're having her come to your ship, right? Rather than
Yep.
take
Yes.
this big blazing red Jedi Council fighter
Yeah, no.
covered in
Yeah.
Jedi Council markings.
Not
But it
yes.
looks cool.
Yeah,
Just one ship.
it's got a great paint job. Okay,
Right.
so
Well-
Uma, go ahead and give me your piloting roll. just as a general piloting across the planet,
Piece of cake.
all driving Miss Daisy like.
Look at that.
See,
Like a
you got
boss.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Janog's gonna do his mechanics modification for the ship mod,
Are you ready?
and that's just 2 purple, right?
Yeah.
Unless you want to increase the difficulty to add extra stuff.
No, there's nothing I can add off of that one.
Okay, so 2 purple.
Well,
then.
there is there's the base, and then there's like the piloting, and there's like 2 parts to it, I think. Let me look. There's like the 2 ads to be able to shoot and fly it, I think. Like full on fly it.
Yeah, the base one I believe is just a slave circuit.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up real quick on
Oh yeah, there is. Allow ship or vehicle to be moved by the owner to the location. Allow ship to autonomously use its weapons. So there's 2 upgrades.
Okay, so let's go for the base one.
Yay.
You got this.
Oh, geez.
Sweet.
Look at that.
Okay, so what modification do you want to add on to that? And are you wanting for 3 advantages an upgrade instead of 1, 2 blue?
Can we get both upgrades?
Well, the next roll will be for the next upgrade because each time you do an additional upgrade, it ups the difficulty.
Right.
So with those 5 advantage, I'll take 3 of them and give you an upgrade. So basically, like you were throwing a light side point out.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then what would you like to do with the other 2 advantage?
Give myself another blue.
Okay. So I figured that works out better than just 2 blue.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your which modification are you going for?
Let's do we have to get the vehicle there first, so that would be the first one that would be
The
important.
base modification.
Yeah.
Yeah, the weapons are nice but
We'll roll for it. We got time.
no, I know, but first, yeah, I
You
want to
ready?
be able to fully fly it and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Oh, look
Okay,
at that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's great.
But it still don't beat you with all that gold.
Woot.
Okay, so you've got 2 modifications of it.
And yeah, let's do the last modification.
For
Okay,
weapons,
because you do
yeah.
have a ridiculous amount of successes, so you definitely did it in less time.
Right. Yeah, it's like I just thought about it. It was already done. I was like, oh,
It's
hey,
like,
look at that.
just hook this up here, flip this switch there, connect
Are you
that
gonna give
wire.
yourself another
And I'm
blue
assuming for your
advantage?
advantage you'd like to add a blue.
Yes, please.
Okay, so roll one ready.
Wait, no.
Oh, look at that.
Triumph. So hold it. So that's the remote piloting and the remote gunnery.
Yeah. So you can fly this thing around and just shoot shit from your control. From like your wrist
Nice.
control. Yeah.
So you now have a handy dandy little wristwatch that gives you lots of capabilities with your ship.
Yeah. You fly it and can shoot with your skills.
You're just like, I don't need a crew. I can fly the ship all on my own.
I need a crew.
Ooh, for that triumph, could we have a second controller that I can have if Uma passes control over to me?
You know what? I will give that to you that you have a backup controller.
Because, I have a pretty high piloting and gunnery skill too, so if for some reason Uma can't make use of it, I could. And if everyone agrees to that. Because I don't want to steal...
Well,
I
hey,
wanna
it's
steal
a
the
second
triumph.
controller. Whoever has it, has it.
Is that fair to
Yeah.
everyone?
I'm
Um,
fine
Yeah, that
with
makes
it.
sense.
Yeah. I was trying to pull up the cheat sheet, what other things that could be done, but I don't have the modification book out. So Because tramps can do other things, right? I forget, but
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, I mean, it could give me like a
things.
blueprint, so the next time I try and do something on the ship, it's easier.
Yeah, but you're already rolling ridiculous, so.
He's like, no, we want something truly cool.
So yeah, that works. The second option, in case
Ooh.
Uma gets kidnapped again or something. What? What was the ooh?
Well, I could do the reverse engineering one. But
That's a totally different skill or different, mod, which adds another hard point.
I know, but I was gonna try and play that off of the Triumph, but I think the remote's a better idea.
Yeah, backups are good.
Yeah, having the option that two people can call the ship in is kind of handy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, especially if I mean, as we have seen, we can go down pretty quick in certain circumstances. So having
an escape route, in multiple escape routes, is always better than just one.
Yep.
It's nice to be able to just call the ship in and say, "Come pick us up," because I said so.
Cool. All right.
Okay. So she's basically asking what for input on your guys' idea on that attack plan. She was planning on just setting down about a mile away from there and walking in on foot. What is your plan?
That's actually what we were thinking.
Yeah, flying low, like super low, and like a mile out or so.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe because Janung has a really good range on his drone, send in a drone first to see what we can spot. Not getting too close so that it's noticeable, but give us a preliminary while we're heading that way, and
send in the drones.
Exactly. Scope out the terrain so that we can find an approach vector. That gives us the best cover for getting in there, and yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how stealthy Aja is, but I myself am pretty stealthy, and so
yes, Miss Ninja.
Short of them scanning for force users, I can get in there, probably get pretty close to get a good look. Yeah.
If this place is full of Sith, they probably got like Jedi jammers out there. They're like
Jedi jammers.
Jedi jammers.
Like force powers coming? No, it's not. That's not a force user anymore.
This poor Sith assassin whose only job is to carry a lightsaber to parry with, and he suppresses Jedi powers. That's his whole job.
Right.
And he's got his black leather jacket with his club patch called the Jedi Jammers.
But I do got to say, suppress is quite nice.
Suppress does come in handy.
I have had some success with that. Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me, man. Come in low and sit down, and we'll cruise on forward.
Okay, so Uma, give me a piloting check for you trying to basically avoid the radars. You're flying in super low, You're doing your thing.
Okay.
Shooting the swamp rats.
Oh, okay. That was
rats.
you. I was like, I was about to flip that. But you already did it for me.
I was like, before Jim gets a chance, I'm clicking it right now for her.
Yeah. So, Jim, are you ready?
I have the difficulty in. Thank you for
asking. Look at that. She's asking now.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay, so
Not threat though. I take strain.
I'm gonna personally give you strain because you're biting your
I
tongue.
was-
You're avoiding denting the ship because it's gonna be that first scratch.
She got nervous when I shot the one womp rat along the route, just because I was wanting to try the guns out.
You're just like, hey, I need to put a little tung tung tung.
Trying to avoid detection here.
Okay, and that does blow about 10,000 credits worth of cash, by the way.
Oh, the upgrade.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, it's more than worth it.
yep.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm trying to copy paste and put it in the roll 20 for you so you can add it to your ship.
Yeah, you got to upgrade all that on her character.
Yep. Because the nice thing is that you're now operating the ship at your skill, not the ship's droid brain skill.
Mm-hmm.
It's way better to do it that way. As it apparently makes into all one big jumble.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So you guys, you set down at a nice safe distance away from their camp.
Okay.
So what is your guys' plan?
Number one, we're going to stealth the ship. I don't think we have that mod yet.
No.
Yeah, so I think plan was to send in a drone to a safe distance so that we can see what the terrain is like and what our best angle of approach is going to be, and we just start walking on in.
Okay, so Janag, go ahead and get your drone ready to do a quick pass over. How crazy are you getting with the drone's snoopiness? Or are you staying off at a distance?
Yeah, let's do. Let's not like knock on the door, but definitely see if there's. Like, we're not gonna be like hovering right behind the Jedi or the Sith guys,
Okay.
but definitely want to know if they need fillings or not.
And thankfully, you've got a boost because of the nice foresty part of the area. It gives you nice,
Oh, it's
good
foresty.
advantage to you
Ooh.
because makes your probe extra sneaky.
Yay!
See, and when we head off the ship, I grab
Ready?
the picnic basket.
The picnic
Hey,
basket.
boo boo!
We're just
Just in
out for a
case
little
you need
stroll and
the
a picnic.
Sithinic basket. Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and do me a favor. Also give me a stealth roll.
Boom, 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 ba-da-dum, boom, boom.
Oh,
So you have a ton of advantages. Any idea how you want to spend those?
One
Can't
degree
find
to
out that
success.
I would like to. 2, 3. Can I give myself like 3 blue die to that stealth roll?
No.
Damn it! Well, I mean, do I?
I mean, for the computers, you can like cash in like 3, and I can give you some rando facts. And then you can cash in another 3. I can give you more rando facts. And then, damn, then you still have 2 left.
Yeah. I should have used one to get an extra blue on that stealth.
yeah. Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
How about we burn 6, and you tell me 2 really good random facts.
Okay. So as you send the probe off to go do its little probey thing, and of course, your successes allow you to reduce the time that it takes the probe to get there and sneak around, and it's doing the little probe, and it's collecting
snapping shots everywhere.
all kinds of little snippet pictures and different things, and like sensor readings and all kinds of curiosity things. Like, for one, you do know on your data pad that apparently the ship's reactor is a little unstable. Go figure. When you get there, you realize the main ship that they have there was basically a large cruiser, like 200 to 300 people size cruiser. That this Republic cruiser was crashed on the planet and like bit into the planet hard. And you can see they sort of disassembled that cruiser to use as building material, and then obviously you can see some small like 20-person shuttles showed up after the fact, so they obviously radioed back. You know that they only have a single communications tower that seems to be sending and receiving information constantly, thanks to your little probe getting close enough to sense the radio signals. And that inside the ship, its reactor core is damaged. So if somebody wanted to go all Obi-Wan Kenobi and sneak around and push some levers, you could possibly make it go explodey.
That's what I'm thinking.
Or we could fix it, and then we'd have our own ship.
Oh, it's like half the ship
There's
has been
no
cut
fixing
open.
this.
So it's almost its superstructure is the base, and all the bivouacs you see built are built from its plating.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't have enough patches.
It's gutted.
Basically, they captured the
Yeah.
ship. You've got the ship's name if you want to research it and can get a signal out to the long-range communications. But looks like it's got lots of carbon scoring on the outside of the ship before it crashed.
Good. We shot the shit out of it. I mean,
So, Janong, remember that box for ideas that we had earlier?
Yeah.
We're just going to shuffle this idea into that box. It's an idea. However, lots of Sith and ship isn't space worthy.
well, what's lots though?
And thanks to his expert camera work, mainly clicking on belts, because belts are a great way of determining who's a Sith and who isn't. You clearly know that there are four lightsaber wielding Sith on this base. The
Pretty
three
sick.
basically seem subservient to one that of course has the big cowl, and you can barely see a face, but he's got a big double-bladed lightsaber. And the other three seem to be quick to drop to a knee or do what he says.
Oh, piece of cake. We got this.
So we
Two
tried.
Jedi and a gank. We got it.
Plus, maybe our slicer over there can cause that reactor to blow up at a most opportune time for us and take one of them out, or even more.
Well, except if we're engaged, and that's us too. So.
That's why I'm saying we try to lure some of them away. However, looking at the time, I think that's going to be next session.
A good
Oh, it is
place
that
to
time.
wrap it up there, so I can come up with a battle mat for the Sith camp.
See? Perfect.
Okay, so that's a good place to wrap it up there. We're gonna hold off on experience because I'm gonna be a jerk about it.
What?
Man.
See how I hold
That's
back.
fine.
Now, if you have experience, it is a good time to spend it.
True that, 'cause I do
Don't
have
think it-
experience.
What I have
I
left,
do.
I don't think I can do much with, but we'll look.
And of course, for
And
ship
it-
modifications, it allows the vessel to be activated and brought to readiness or deactivated by the push of a button, which is nice that you can just, somebody steals your ride, you can just click lockdown.
Yep.
Allows the vessel to move to the owner's location equal to the owner's skill, which is really nice, because nobody wants a droid brain with one green doing it. And allow the vessel to use onboard weapon systems autonomously with a skill equal to the owner's.
Yeah, baby. That's sexy.
Nice. Okay.
It's like,
Alrighty.
you got a
Good
weapon?
night,
That's
guys.
cute. Good night.
I've got a ship. Don't make me blow you off this mud ball.
Exactly.
Alrighty,
Well.
guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
All right, good night.
You too, Jim. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Latest.